Today, we are going to look at the number one reason why you have not achieved something tangible yet. I said yet because I know that after this video, you are going to use this as a fuel to begin to achieve success, if that is your aim, or to become whatever you want to become, or to have whatever you want to become. Now, what I want to share with you came to me as a kind of inspiration when I started observing people around me, and I see the way people move with the masses. Nobody wants to differentiate themselves because they are scared. But deep down themselves, they know that they want to achieve success. They want to become men and women of value. The same thing like you that you are watching this video. Now, why you have not achieved success yet, or you have not achieved something tangible in your life yet, is because of one thing. You are focusing on comfort and pleasure. I'm not saying that you are enjoying now, you are comfortable now, or you are doing something leisurely now or pleasurable now. I'm saying that your focus, the reason why you are doing what you are doing, is to be comfortable, is to have the money, is to buy the car, is to have the finest, relationships, is to go to the best holiday, and that is why you are not doing great work. As you know that me and you, we pay for services and products that are great. Look at iPhone. iPhone can take them a year for them to research and spend billions of dollars. And when it comes out, people will go line up and buy because it's a tangible product. Now, what is happening with you is that despite the fact that you are working towards achieving the pleasure and comfort, at a particular time, maybe every day, every week, you'll be sabotaging yourself. Because this is how the brain works. Despite the fact that you are planning in 10 years' time, you want to be a billionaire, or you want to create the best companies in Africa, or I don't know where you are in the world. But what happens is that your brain tends to short circuit. So when you see the Ferrari now, you want to, you feel like you should buy the Ferrari now. Your brain does not know that you have a 10-year, working plan for you to achieve what you want to achieve. If you see the lady now, that is going around, instead of you to focus on your job, you want to achieve that now. You want to meet that lady now, despite the fact that you were thinking that is when you achieve, when you have the money, that's when you are going to marry the lady of your choice. And when you're supposed to create a kind of work that people can pay for, or create a company people can pay for, that is your goal. But you are not ready to do the work now because you are aiming for a perfect way. And when you are aiming for that, instead of you to do the work, you start thinking, start breathing about how to achieve it. And that is why you have not achieved anything. You have to reimagine your focus. Your focus should not be the car. I want to be comfortable. Imagine yourself, you are in the house, and that's what people tell you. The motivational speakers, that's what you tell you. They say, focus on the car, visualize this. No, you're going to fail. What you have to focus on is to focus how to be great. Is to focus how to be legendary. When I say legendary, is that in 20 years' time, in 100 years' time, when you are gone, people will still talking about you as if you never existed. You have done some fucking shit. And you have to focus on being great, leading a great life, not in terms of material things. The way you think, the way you talk, the way you forgive, the way you relate with people. So if you focus on being great and being legendary, it makes you to work on yourself. Psychologically, you have to work on yourself. How do I forgive people? How do I become strong? How do I become tough? So work on your psychology, then tends to work on your body. How do I become lean, strong, and muscular? Then you have to work on your business, because that's your business that will now give you what you want. And because you have all these 3 things or 4 things, you tend to attract comfort and leisure. But the thing is that because you are disciplined to be great or legendary, you are not going even to take the leisure or the comfort. You just take bits of that help you to be legendary or to be great. So it doesn't happen that by the time you have done the job, now you are legendary or you are a great person, then all these things come and makes you weak. And that's why a lot of people fall back to where they began. They forget that it is what they are doing that makes them great, that attract the success. The success didn't just come. So they forget about this, they focus on that success and that leisure and that pleasure, and before you know it, they forget the habits and go back to where they started from. So if you really want to achieve anything in your life, you need to remind yourself, you need to re-engineer this brain and say that I want to be great. My aim is to be great, is to be legendary, is to do some fucking shit that people really want to write and talk about. And then you forget all the things that come with the glory, the success. Forget about that. Those things will come. A philosopher said, I can't remember his name, that success ensues. We attract success by who we are or what we can do. You don't pursue success, you will never achieve it. Because if you're thinking more of it, thinking more of the success, your brain short circuits the hard part of it, the sufferings. Because the sufferings that makes you great. You know, sometimes we want to listen to people that say stories and we want to see what they have gone through. You wouldn't want to pay for that stories. And that's what makes to read great books, watch great movies, because you see the sufferings that the actors, you know, the writer or the anybody that's involved in the story went through. And we are paying for that stories. We want to put ourselves in that stories. That hero's journey, you have to cultivate it. So you have to go through, you know, the hero journey of your life. Stop focusing on the car. Stop focusing on the beautiful ladies. Stop focusing on the house. Focus on being great. You want to be legendary. You want to create the greatest family in this life. You want to create the greatest company. Not that I want to buy the Ferrari. People that are telling you to think that way, they just turn you to consumers. You consume and consume. You don't even have money to consume because you are not focusing on what makes you great. Focus on greatness. Focus on being legendary. But even when you do all these things, success is not guaranteed. But forget that. Even if you don't achieve all these material things, it does not matter. What matters is that you have gone through this journey and you have become a god. A god because you are now a legendary person, because you are now great. Pleasure is not the sole aim of life. Material things is not the sole aim. Don't be deceived. People that are telling you this, they just want to consume and die. The aim of life is to be great, is to be legendary, is to do something, even when people are doing it, and change the world. Is to remove that victim mentality and become a savior in whatever aspect of the world you find yourself. Whether you are in medicine, whether you are in engineering, whether you are a writer, you want to become a change agent. You want to save the world through which you do, not to acquire success. But paradoxically, success comes when you become this great. Focus on being great. Focus on being legendary. And when the material things don't come, know that being great, being legendary is the most important thing in life. And you never regret that, even on your deathbed. So, you be legendary. Go and make some miracles. I'll see you again. Bye-bye. This is Dr. Besh.